Well, surprise everyone. We are back here in game number one. Um, yeah, so that was a crash. That was not a GG. That was probably in the chat on this side that I didn't see that I missed. So we're still here in the game. It's 4-4 in the military, 33 to 33. They restored the game. They're right before the point where Vinchester crushed Mr. Yo in the micro. I would have to assume that was because Mr. Yo had disconnected. So let's see. Now 34 to 34 in military, 5 to 4 in military, sorry, 34 to 34 in economy. This is a very even game. That little micro battle that Vinchester crushed Mr. Yo in did not in fact happen. We're right before that in the game, still casting game number 1. So, as we continue on with game number 1, Mr. Yo dropping down another archery range, second archery range. I would have to assume, yes, over here. Vinchester, he's already on two archery. No, just one. Both players have fletching. Neither player has archer armor, and now it's going to be two archery ranges versus one. However, Vinchester has the tower pressure on the golds and the berries. Now the berries are still takeable, but on this gold and on this gold, so Mr. Yo, he's gonna really have to protect his gold. I think I would love to see maybe even a preemptive tower over here on this gold as Vinchester, well aware of the situation. He's already headed over here to this gold. He knows Vinchester is strangling Mr. Yo out of his gold. But 36 to 37, 37 to 37 villagers. It's very even. The KD 7 to 7. This game is anybody's game. Vinchester does have a lot of Mr. Yo's area denied. However, Mr. Yo still able to get gold, still able to get food, still able to get wood. That's the resources that he needs gold to. Gold and wood for villagers, wood and food, wood for farms, farms for food, food for villagers, and the gold and the wood for archers, not villagers. And Vinchester just pushing in on this left hand side of Mr. Yo's base, further and further with towers, making it awkward, making it tough, taking away farming space, forcing a reaction out of Mr. Yo, and still pressuring on the right hand side with his military, trying so hard to get Mr. Yo off of this gold area. Mr. Yo, he's dropping a gate. I think Mr. Yo does a quick wall of some kind. Yeah, gets deleted as Vinchester with the Eagles pushing away the skirms with the archers. Now the Eagles are so nice here because guess what? They come out of the barracks. You have to have the barracks anyway to build the archery range. You don't have to build a stable. You don't have to have that crazy investment in food that scouts require. These Eagles are such a good unit in dealing with the skirmishers. So this is really nice to see as now Vinchester, he's getting his army cleaned up 10 to 7 in the military, 12 to 12 in the KD, but Mr. Yo has an advantage in this military fight down here now as Vinchester's forced away 14 to 12 now KD for Mr. Yo as Vinchester runs away with the skirmishes. A 3 to 3 eco KD, so very even in that regard as the tower fight continues over here with Vinchester doing the more difficult than it looks. Hop in, out of the tower, in and out of the tower, dodge the arrows, jump out, repair. Hop in, dodge the arrows, jump out, repair. Hop in and dodge the arrows. It's just a very, this crazy little micro battle. However, Mr. Yo brings his military over. Now, Mr. Yo has a massive military lead, 12 to 6 in the military, but Vinchester on the way up to Castle Age already. Mr. Yo not that close. He's got to get wheelbarrow in. Then maybe he'll be on the way up. That's going to be at least a full minute later. And what are we going to see out of Vinchester as Vinchester keeps the pressure on, taking more map control, holding this gold, and that really leaves just this gold. Mr. Yo beginning to wall this up. He senses the castle age. He's on the way, probably feeling the pressure has lessened, seeing the score dip of his opponent. Mr. Yo knows what's going on. Mr. Yo, he's going to have to buy his way up here, and he's still, yes, okay, so Mr. Yo on the way up, but he's going to be 2 minutes later to Castle Age. This is going to be a really big problem for Mr. Yo. He's got 2 minutes where Vinchester is going to be making archers and eagles and pressuring his base. Now, full art feudal age upgrades for both players on their ranged units. No upgrades on the military units for either player here. So this is, yeah, what are we're seeing here as Mysterio, he knows the importance of this gold, checking, making sure it's walled up. He doesn't want to take any chances. Just goes ahead and drops a wall there, even though that's not open. He didn't realize that. He doesn't know. Just making sure that everything is where it needs to be. Pressure over here. These towers just locking down this area. Mr. Yo held out of the left side of his base. Vinchester and Castlage now with the military numbers advantage and the military quality advantage. I take Eagle Archer over Archer Skirm any day. Those are turning into crossbows. Those Eagles do need a few upgrades to become effective. But oh, Vinchester with the forward castle. I didn't pay attention to the stone numbers. He sent all these villagers forward. This castle is just gonna really lock down. I don't know if I'm big on this castle. I think Winchester, with the map control and military control he has, could have pushed in over here on the right hand side where these two golds are sitting that are keeping Mr. Yo in the game. However, he's going to do that with the siege and the crossbows and the eagles on the right hand side. And Mr. Yo, unable, he sold every bit of his stone, all of his spare resources to get up to Castle Age at a competitive time. Now, Bodkin Arrow and Bodkin Arrow and Crossbowman on the way for Mr. Yo. Those are not on the way yet for Vinchester. Crossbow's already in, however, Bodkin's not on the way in. So Mr. Yo, he's going to have the upgrade advantage. However, Monks and Mangonels. Okay, there's Bodkin on the way for Vinchester as he realizes that Mr. Yo has it. He gets it right away, and a Mangonel on the way out this castle, making half of Mr. Yo's base unusable, and this side of Mr. Yo's base very difficult. However, the military and economy numbers are the same. It's the map control though for Vinchester. Now, here's two golds here. If Mr. Yo ever loses access to these two golds, it's just over. And we see a difference of approach here. Mr. Yo went for ballistics. He doesn't know the siege is out. Oh, now he knows. Now he sees, okay, there's siege. I'm in a lot of trouble. Now drops his own siege workshop. Two mangonels already out. He's gonna run out. He's gonna flank around. He's either gonna try to pick off the siege, but that's not the case. He's gonna try to defend with siege on the right hand side and run over to Winchester's base. He realizes, hey, for me to have a good chance in this game, I've got to put some damage in on Winchester. There's nothing at home to protect Winchester, but I don't see him being able to put in a lot of damage. By the time Mr. Yo gets around here, that's going to be noticed. That's going to be, I don't know, he's sneaking all the way around. He might just be able to come right in on that wood line. And Winchester, I don't know what was going on with all those villagers. Okay, they're working again. Pushing in here. Mangonel coming out. Oh, Knights. Okay, but there's Monks already out. The Knights here, no, that's not a good enough protection. It is unnecessary. This is going to be an unnecessary loss if it goes down. He saves it. Winchester saves the Mangonel, and he's got villagers here to repair. Winchester looking at maybe another castle already to take over this right hand side of the base. But the crossbows coming in here. Winchester has to evacuate the whole wood line, headed to the middle of the map to take wood under his castle. What? What an evacuation here as those archers come in. Now, Mr. Yo, with both the military and the economy advantage, and they go one for one with Mangonels there. The monk is out, the siege is out, and the castle in the face. Oh, wow. And Mr. Yo forced to delete that knight. He doesn't want to lose it. There is a Mangonel just about to pop. This could do some real damage. Is this Mangonel enough to deny it? I don't think this Mangonel is enough to deny it, but oh, this is bad. This is bad. Winchester. He's got to. He's gonna convert the knight. He's gonna shoot down the Mangonel with his crossbows. He's fine here. He's absolutely fine. Lot loses a couple more villagers, but this castle ends the game. If this castle goes up, there's no way Mr. Yo can come back from this. Yeah, he's got this army roaming around untouched, but it doesn't matter. There's no gold. There's a castle on this gold. There's a castle on both of these golds. Mr. Yo is out of gold. Expanding around the map, he's going to try to take this gold. That's his only gold. Now, Siege Workshop is at home. No, the Siege came back to try to defend Mr. Yo. He's going to start pressuring the right-hand side. He's going to try to lock down this gold and maybe take some of that gold. I don't foresee this happening for Mr. Yo as his whole economy is idle. He's up 10 on villagers, but that's quickly changing. and he's got castles all over his base. This siege workshop now useless as it's under a castle. This archery range under towers. These archers have to jump and run when they hop out. And a siege already here. Siege already here for Winchester. Beautiful map control and pressure for Winchester, showing you that it's about on Socotra. Map control is key. Having a little bit bigger of an economy, there's no way to really make that work out for you because guess what? This happens so fast. This happens so quickly that the map control really matters. The eco doesn't kick in. That eco investment that you make on other maps takes a long time to kick in. That's fine, except on Socotra, you don't have that time. Now, Mr. Yo, he has a lot of exposed villagers back here that are now getting raided by a mangonel. These archers, they could be doing something a lot more useful than shooting down a house. I think Winchester needs to realize that, but it doesn't matter. I think he's so far ahead, he can afford to let those archers just sit and shoot at a house. Oh, Mr. Yo has the upgrades to convert siege, and he's going to steal that mangonel. Oh, well played. That was a long conversion. I don't know how fast mangonels normally convert. I don't see this an awful lot at my level. But Winchester, he goes 1 for 1 there with, well, actually 1 for 2 with the Mangonels versus the Mangonel and the Monk. Takes out the Monk and the Mangonel, only losing one of his own. Now a town center being dropped here by Mr. Yo. Winchester, he's got 5 more on stone. He's not done with the castle drops if this game continues too much longer. But the pressure is just unreal. This little gold is the only gold that Mr. Yo has, and he's forced to evacuate that gold. Converting the siege workshop. Oh wow, what a play! Winchester, don't donate it. Delete it. Nope, he donates it. Winchester donating his siege workshop to the cause of Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo doing everything he can, everything imaginable to try to come back in this game, but I don't see it. Yeah, 18 to 11 military, but 36 to 50 on the villagers, and no map control, no gold access realistically. As a knight donated over to Winchester, so they're traded a siege workshop for a knight. Both players just converting, doing their part, trying to make this game go in their favor. But these castles were so well done by Winchester. The towers, everything just so well played by Winchester, knowing when and how to pressure, when and how to get the pressure in. The map control from Winchester, as I've said a dozen times already, is just so good. Now 19 to 13 on the military. Winchester moving over to this one single little tile. 650 gold there. This one, I don't foresee Winchester or Mr. Yo being able to get these areas of the map. And Winchester, I don't know what he's playing for, but he does have guys on stone still. He is, still working his way up. Now the siege numbers are 1 to 3 in favor of Mr. Yo. So that's not insignificant as Winchester does his best to keep his siege alive, keep it from being. Oh, it's converted. Now it's 4 to 0. Now 4 to 1. Winchester has another one. Winchester's making eagles. 5 eagles there. Two crossbows. So he's going full eagles now to try to deal with this monk siege push of Mr. Yo, which is taking out his town center. That's a base trade. That castles on the one hand, the siege on the other hand, as Winchester bringing his one mangonel over here, probably just to donate it back. Once again, however, mangonel gonna no, not going down there. Winchester has to be very careful with these mangonels so he doesn't donate them. Mr. Yo snagging up these 2 relics. Very smart, very well played. Now with a total of 3 relics over there and running away with the mangonel, trying to keep from donating. Oh, the nice delete. See, that's a great delete because you're gonna lose it anyway. So delete it because it's getting lost to the monk and get the extra damage output. Now here come the 7 eagles. 7 eagles against 5 crossbows and 3 knights and 3 monks, but only 1 monk really over here. And these eagles, they're scout units. They take forever to convert. Winchester taking control of the game. Mr. Yo calls it GG. After this restart, Winchester takes game number 1 on Masters of Socotra. So let's look at the statistics again. Hopefully, I'll cut that part out of the last video, splice these videos together, or post them separately. I don't know yet. We'll see what we do with that. However, here we are, Masters of Socotra. Game 1. Masters of Socotra 2 best of 7 grand final. Game 1 between Mr. Yo and Winchester goes to Winchester with with the Incas against Mr. Yo's Italians. The military KD 73 to 49 for Winchester. The conversions 5 to 1 in favor of Mr. Yo. The army high. Mr. Yo again with the 22 army. The economy back and forth a little bit each player, but that 1800 stone, those two castles denying Mr. Yo his entire base as well as that feudal tower rush, which made those castle drops possible. And Castle Age time, that 2 minute difference there that you see, 25:43. That's when we have actually a minute, less than a minute and a half. Difference was so massive, allowing Mr. Yo Winchester to take map control on Mr. Yo and just drop those castles on his face. Society, the max villagers very even. The total villagers higher for Winchester, even though he lost a lot there. And the APM, like I said, these stats start here. Winchester, a faster player than Mr. Yo. Very good, very fast player. Thanks for watching this game number one between two great players in this game.